What's shaking in the tech and sports world? Get ready for a rapid-fire update. We're diving deep into Intel's surprising Nvidia partnership. Next up, we've got crucial financial news that could impact your wallet, covering the changing housing market and important tax relief updates. Then, we're hitting the basketball court to break down the latest concerning Ace Bailey intel that puts the Utah Jazz on the clock. And finally, we'll analyze Intel's stock market roller coaster, dissecting those latest trades and market movements. Buckle up, because this is Qualcomm Pulse, and you won't want to miss a second. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Intel's stock is soaring, and we've got the inside scoop. Shares of the computer processor giant Intel jumped significantly after a massive announcement. Rival Nvidia is investing a whopping $5 billion and partnering on new AI and data center products. This game-changing collaboration is being hailed as a lifeline for Intel, a company that's been feeling the heat from competitors like Nvidia and AMD. It's injecting fresh energy into Intel, pushing its stock price up and signaling a potential comeback. While the initial surge cooled slightly, the market is clearly paying attention. Some analysts see this as a meaningful development, even as others remain cautious, pointing to Intel's historical stock volatility and recent mixed ratings from firms like Citigroup and Benchmark. Despite the short-term ups and downs, Intel is up significantly this year, trading near its 52-week high. This partnership could redefine Intel's future in the competitive AI chip landscape. But is this partnership enough to secure Intel's long-term dominance? We'll break down what it means for you, and next, we're shifting gears to critical financial updates that could affect your bottom line. Get ready for essential financial insights that could save you money. We're diving into the shifting landscape of the housing market, where changing conditions and unchanged IRS exclusion amounts are creating headaches for homeowners. Plus, we've got the latest on tax relief, with inflation relief checks on the way for millions of New York taxpayers. We'll break down who gets paid and when. For business owners, we're highlighting often missed tax planning strategies that could be leaving money on the table. We'll also explore how artificial intelligence is transforming businesses, freeing up entrepreneurs to focus on growth, and the critical importance of having a formal exit strategy for your business. Plus, discover how to build an evergreen business that endures and the advantages of senior executives joining corporate boards early. We'll also cover crafting a compelling narrative for lucrative sales to private equity firms and the incredible investment flexibility and tax advantages of private placement life insurance. Finally, we'll guide you through a 5-year timeline to prepare for selling your business and retiring. These financial waters can be complex, but stay with us, because we're about to pivot to the high-stakes world of professional basketball and a player who's already making waves. The Utah Jazz are on the clock with a rookie sensation. Ace Bailey is officially locked in with the Jazz for at least the next 4 years, and he's carrying superstar potential. The real question is, what's his ceiling when he hits the NBA court next month? If Bailey lives up to the hype and becomes a franchise cornerstone, it's fantastic news for Utah. However, this also amplifies the pressure on the Jazz to build a winning team around him, especially since reports indicate Washington was his preferred destination. Mark Stein confirmed that Bailey had signaled his desire to be drafted by the Wizards, even reportedly refusing workouts with other top teams in hopes of landing there. Yet, Utah defied those expectations, selecting Bailey at number 5. This move shows the Jazz believe in his potential, but it puts them on a tight deadline to construct a competitive roster before he might seek to fulfill his dream of playing for the Wizards. While Bailey hasn't caused a stir since the draft and seems to appreciate the Jazz fanbase, his underlying desire could still be a factor. The Jazz know this all too well, recalling past experiences where building around stars didn't guarantee long-term success, like Gordon Hayward's departure or the trades of Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. Utah possesses the assets to build a strong team, but they can't afford to waste time. The pressure is on to build the *right* team to keep their new star happy. Will the Jazz build a championship contender, or will Ace Bailey's wish come true elsewhere? Stick around as we dive back into the tech world with a close look at Intel's recent stock performance. Intel's stock is in a tug-of-war between a month-long rally and a recent dip. While the broader market like the S&P 500, Dow, and Nasdaq were climbing, Intel's shares took a tumble, closing down significantly despite outperforming competitors over the past month. This recent slide to $28.76, a 2.77% drop, happened even as tech stocks generally saw gains. The irony. Intel has shown impressive momentum, surging over 19% in the last month, beating both its sector and the S&P 500. This suggests strong underlying investor confidence, but short-term trading is creating volatility. All eyes are now on Intel's upcoming earnings announcement, with analysts expecting a significant year-over-year increase in EPS, though a slight dip in revenue. Recent analyst estimate revisions have been flat, indicating a wait-and-see approach from Wall Street, reflected in Intel's hold rating. Valuation metrics like its forward P/E and PEG ratios are notably high compared to the industry average, raising questions about whether the stock is overvalued. However, Intel remains in a strong industry sector. This daily dip is a reminder of the challenges Intel faces, but its recent rally and positive sector positioning keep it on investors' radar. The key now is for Intel to prove it can sustain these gains and convert them into consistent growth, especially given the market's high expectations and the competitive chip industry. Can Intel translate this rally into long-term success? We'll find out soon enough. But first, let's recap the biggest stories of the day and make sure you're subscribed. And that's a wrap on today's pulse-pounding updates. We saw Intel make waves with a massive Nvidia partnership, navigated the complex world of housing and tax relief, tracked the Utah Jazz's high-stakes gamble on Ace Bailey, and analyzed Intel's volatile stock performance. Don't miss out on future market-moving news. Like this video, subscribe to Qualcomm Pulse for your daily dose of tech and sports. Hit that notification bell so you're always the first to know. Leave a comment with your thoughts on today's stories, and follow us on all social platforms for behind-the-scenes action.